motherfucker.
Even if I was panda, I'd be black, but I'm not. I mean, what you talking about, sir? No, I mean, I don't get what you're saying. Listen, man, I'll admit the food tastes all a little strange. I played the clip earlier, man. I'm not going to repeat all that stuff I don't eat. But yeah, I got a few habits here and there that I don't eat where you'd be like, really? Really? So I eat a little different, true enough, but I've just never been a big sauce fan. Apparently, it's a good game on tonight, man, so everybody be sure to check that out, man. We're going to get ready to give out this colonizer of the week. I see some a little bit of input in here before I get ready to do it. Let's see. JB Jennings says it's much earlier, 9:15, than when you normally close the show at 11 p.m. Eastern. Well, true enough, and I've been kicking this off pretty much regularly at 5 o'clock. Regularly at 5 for the most part. You know, today I had to do it about 5:30, but yeah, I've been doing a little bit better. You know, at least on Mondays while I'm on the WSME format. I'm trying to be punctual, so sorry for the little bit of time I did waste. From Gillies Road's Finest, 9:14 p.m. East Coast, not late. We well, I'm good. Long, I got moonshine. I'm all good. Gillies Road's Finest say he got some moonshine. He's sipping. Ain't nothing wrong with that, sir. From Clay Davis, colonizer of the week goes to Cornball Brother RG3 for knocking up a chick he met on Instagram and marrying her 8 months later. That might not be intelligent, but yeah, he can't trump the people that I got just now. Sidney Jackson says Brussels sprouts taste like cabbage. When I looked at them, I asked, do they taste like little cabbages? Because that's what they look like. And people told me that they didn't. I need to try. I'm a big vegetable person, so I'd probably like them. But I mean, I've been meaning to try them out. Garrett G Money says he loves fried Brussels sprouts. He gets them from a colonizer owned barbecue joint. Interesting. I hear you, Clay. Clay said there's nothing wrong with my taste buds except for the meat. Hey, you're a good one, sir. You're a good one for not eating meat. You're a good one. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. All right, man. I hear y'all. All right, man. I appreciate everybody rolling with me, man. Let's get ready to give out this colonizer of the week, and we're going to get ready to pull this train into the station. A little bit of closing music, and Truck D, just for you, we're going to play the Trump song on the way out as well. Maybe a couple of advertisements for the Underground Railroad show on the way out. We'll definitely do that. As a matter of fact, man, this is probably a good time. Let's see. Yep, pausing and all that good-ish. Boom, 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 boom. This is probably a good time for some... Oh, that ain't right. Excuse me for the pause, y'all. Let's see. I'm still debating. I got 3 strong nominees, but I think I got to give it to one in particular. Wish I'd give it all 3 of their ass, but such is not the case. Alright, every now and again I damn lose my spot, so I apologize for that. Got that, okay. Sorry for that, man. Sorry for that. Okay, we good. Let's have a little station identification right quick, and on the other side of this, we're going to get ready to give out that colonizer of the week.
The views and opinions of Uncle do not necessarily reflect the views of the Underground Railroad show, That Ninja, SME, or Doc Stewart.
This is a PSA for all of you jigaboo coon monkeys listening to this show. All of you beautiful white people like Texas Ty, y'all don't can disregard everything I'm about to say. As for the rest of you, what are you doing? There are a bunch of beautiful white people on the radio right now telling you what to listen to, telling you how to think, telling you what to see, telling you how to feel. But no, you want independent thought and different stories and variety. So you listen to that ninja. I swear you coon monkeys are getting worse every time. I just can't stand being around you, just doing this radio set. I feel all your diseases coming on. Diabetes, high blood pressure, gout, bad credit, and the inability to take care of my children.
This message is brought to you by the Anti-Ninja Coalition.
And it's time for the colonizer of the week. I appreciate everybody rolling with me today, man. I give out the colonizer of the week every week. And the colonizer of the week goes to the person that exudes or exemplifies the acts and the behaviors of a throwback colonizer. Shout out to Denise Milk and Cookies who hit me to that term, who dubbed it the throwback colonizer. That was very clever. I've been using it ever since. But this goes to the throwback colonizer, somebody that exudes the behavior of a throwback colonizer, meaning someone that is apparently immoral, somewhat murderous, pretty much sick, and one of the most evil people that ever walked the planet. If you look at the history of it, and that's what we're kind of giving out, the people that kind of exude that behavior, that kind of do things that help and aid in the favor of those type of people, that's who gets the colonizer of the week. So that's what we're looking at today. That's what we're going to do towards the end of every show. That's what I do. And I have 3 strong nominees, man. I'm not going to go over every nominee. You know what? Fuck it. I will. Fuck it. I normally don't even do this, honestly. I just give out the colonizer of the week. But I'll tell you who I wrestled over and who I ended up giving it to. So, one consideration was 45. I don't call him by his name, for firing the head of the FBI, James Comey. I mean, hell, he's a little bit crooked anyway. You know, that is what it is. But obviously that was shady. He was investigating what he was doing, and he just straight up fired him. And there are a lot of things I can say about that. I don't want to end the show on a bad note because, you know, when I bring that up, it gets really touchy. I'll just say that we should really pay attention to what he's doing and the fact that he and they don't care who they hire and what they do. So if the opportunity presents itself where we are, quote unquote, in an advantageous position where we can put somebody in power, they should do whatever it is they want to do. There's no reason to reach across the aisle when you do. They're slapping you in your hand, or they're injuring your hand, or they're breaking it, or they're slicing it, or they're hitting it with a brick, or they're shooting that motherfucker. You know, it doesn't make sense. You can't be reasonable with the unreasonable. And more and more, when you watch his behavior, you see that shit is clear if you didn't know before. So I thought about giving it to 45, but he didn't make the cut. You know, and again, I miss a lot of time, so some of this stuff might be a little low. Then I was going to give it to basically every owner and or GM in the NFL for the for the conspiracy against Colin Kaepernick, because that's the only thing it can be. The whiteballing of him and not being in the league right now. And that's the only thing it can be, is that he's being whiteballed. Obviously, he's good enough to play. He didn't even put it up on a terrible team when he didn't even play the entire season. So we know he can play. I mean, that goes without saying, if you understand the game of football and if you got to watch him. Like I did, was because I had the ticket. That's who I like to watch. I like to watch complete quarterbacks. So I watched San Francisco's game. If I didn't watch it live, I recorded it. I watched it later. I'm just a football nut like that. And I like to watch certain quarterbacks. So I watched his games. I saw how he played, and I saw how well he did. So I actually know he did a good job last year on a terrible team that wasn't well coached and didn't have a lot of talent and was riddled with injuries on top of that, riddled with retirement, riddled with free agency. So there was nothing there, and he excelled in that environment. So I thought about giving it to the white ball conspiracists that are keeping them out of the NFL at this particular moment. That was a nominee as well. But when the dust settled, the colonizer of the week this week is going to go to an entity known as the Justice Department. The reason why they're going to receive this, and again, this is a little old, but I wasn't on the air when it went down, so I had to get it in now. And let me just read a quote. The Justice Department announced today that the independent federal investigation into the fatal shooting of Alton Sterling on July 5, 2016 in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, found insufficient evidence to support federal criminal charges against Baton Rouge police officers Blaine Salamone and Howie Lake II. Career prosecutors from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Louisiana and the Justice Department Civil Rights Division, along with the officials from the FBI and the Justice Department's Communication Relations Service, met today with the Sterling family and representatives to inform them of the findings of the investigation and the decision.
Motherfucker.
So the Justice Department saw 2 police officers get out of a car, run and attack a man, pin him to the ground, scream he's got a gun as they're pumping 3 to motherfucking 6 bullets into him. What the fuck you talking about? They murdered him and they don't give a flying fuck. Do you remember what the fuck they did to him? They had him pinned to the ground when they were saying he was reaching for his gun. Both of his hands were literally fucking pinned. And you don't see no reason to prosecute?
Motherfucker.
Aggression only respects equal and greater aggression. And as long as we keep taking it, it will be given. If there are no consequences for your actions, you won't change those motherfucking actions. If you're a kid and you do dumb shit and you never got your ass whooped or you never got punished or there were never consequences, would you be the person you are today? No. So what the fuck you think is going to make them stop by talking about it and marching and voting? Something has to happen to their ass. They need to fear that they may not get home that night. They need to fear that somebody going to take their kid the way they just took somebody else's. If not, shit won't fucking stop. Because the so-called legal system doesn't give a flying fuck. I don't know how many times I gotta show us. But I digress. The Justice Department for again turning a blind eye to cold-blooded murder, for being a part of cold-blooded murder, for obviously aiding and abetting in it, being with it, for just spitting in our goddamn face and saying, yeah, we know he got murdered with both his hands pinned to the ground with knees, and as the cop was pumping bullets into him, he rolled off of him and screamed, he's got a gun.
Motherfucker.
They never should have been able to leave that scene. Somebody should have killed them right there. I'm so fucking serious. If this world was just, they would have died right fucking there. And maybe, just maybe, they might think twice before cold-bloodedly killing a motherfucker because they know they can get away with it. Talking ain't gonna do it. Think about how you grew up. If you didn't deal with a bully, he kept fucking with you. If your parents didn't punish you for your actions, you wouldn't have learned shit. And if they don't get punished, really punished, they're not gonna learn either. But to the Justice Department to turn a blind eye, allow this crime to go unpunished, allowed other cops to know that you can do this, you have the green light. Here's another example. Allowed average white people to know that if you kill a ninja, you got a great chance if you can prove some type of fear factor. As an entity, you are the colonizers of the week.
17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
That is that bullshit. This has been the Underground Railroad Show with that ninja on Spreaker.com. I appreciate everybody riding on the train. Got a little ways to go, man. We're going to get ready to pull this thing into the station again. The drinks are complimentary. The food is there. Wipe your mouth. Clean up after yourself, damn it. Don't leave my train there. Thank y'all for coming aboard, man. You have been great passengers. I appreciate y'all rolling with me today. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Hope to see you on Thursday, man, while I run my show again independently on Spreaker. Thursday it's a little, well, no, it's the same show. The only difference is I can play my music, and I might start a little bit later. I don't really get started till around 6 on Thursday. I try to get it up. Pause. I try to start the show a little bit quicker than that because I know there are a couple more that run behind me, but that's my usual day. As long as I don't have anything going volleyball-wise with my kid, for the most part, I'll probably be doing a show, man. So hopefully I'll see y'all on Thursday, man. Hopefully y'all come back and ride the train again, take board, and I hope y'all enjoyed it as well. I will be back next Monday at 5 o'clock sharp on WSME. Barring any changes, check the website, man, for any updates. Like today, around 4:30, I put in. It was going to take me another 30 minutes to get the train going. So thank you, everybody, for hanging with me, man. I appreciate that. Gideon's Rose Final says, don't fall asleep with the controls and crash into the station.
Motherfucker.
Never that, sir. Never that, man. Hey, appreciate the chat, man. Appreciate y'all participating. Hey, I got over 1,000 chats. This on the Casual Monday show, man. Thank y'all very much for the participation. I really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. You know what? I'm going to let y'all have it. I believe it's halftime of the game. Y'all said the basketball game is going well. It's something like a tie. So I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm looking to see if I need to read a little bit of this chat before I get out of here. Let's see. Y'all got jokes. Yeah, there's a lot of things there. Sidney Jackson saying the police union needs to go too. True enough. But from Big L, until the laws stop protecting the wrongly shot and punish the police, the cops the cops are not always correct. Well, I mean, obviously, man. I mean, some of the shit is just too, dude. They choked a motherfucker out in New York for fucking selling loose cigarettes. They choked his ass out and killed him in broad daylight. And they sent to, you know who they sent to jail? The person that recorded the video. That's just a straight up